Mickey, sometimes it's very difficult to think what to say after a game, but after a performance like that, I'm sure you have plenty to say to the lads in there, first of all.
Yes, Charlie, it's very, very disappointing. I know we're down a lot of bodies and injuries and stuff, but you expect the boys that's taking their places to go in, you know, and thinking about the body language from the first 5 minutes was really well off the pace and very disappointing. That's not us at all, you know, and it's probably as bad a performance that we had under my tenor, you know, so disappointing, Charlie, but we're going to lick our wounds and move on to next week with Tyrone coming, and we lost another couple of bodies today, and Conor Gertlin and struggling for next week, so and Gavin Brown, so we're really getting a hard time at the minute with injuries, but look, we'll just have to get over next week and prepare then for the Mickey record, you know.
Yeah. Because it'd be easy to say they were very good today, Mickey, but I mean, it wasn't the Donegal that we know and have seen so often over the last number of years out there today, really, was it?
No, it wasn't, Charlie, and look, we held meat tight for a good 55-60 minutes, and there's only one team in it today. You were beat. The writing was on the wall after 10 minutes, you know. And to be fair, I think they probably could have beat us a bit more. They were wistful enough, and look, they just looked at a grade or two above us. And we just have to suck it up and we had a stern word with the boys there. You know, it's not good enough, and it's not what Donegal's about anymore. You know, years ago, you'd think Wicklow coming, you wouldn't even come to the game because you would beat out the gate. But today, I expect supporters come to see a good game, but it wasn't to happen, you know. And very disappointing, but we just have to watch the video, Charlie, and show back to reality for the boys on Tuesday night.
Yeah, because the reality is, Mickey, when there's people missing, other people are getting an opportunity to step up to the mark and show what they can do.
Yeah, and look, our full back line was very good in terms of McCann Donegal and Steve McBride and Chucky, and from there out, I thought that line was done very well considering the pressure they're under. You know, and Rory Campbell had a decent game at corner forward, yeah. And England and him, it stuck well, you know, but apart from that, I felt everybody else was well below par, you know. Jack O'Loughlin in spells was decent at times, but look, when you've maybe 2/3 of your team really off the boil on the day, Charlie, you're only going to get one thing, and that's a beating, you know.
Because yeah, we easy to say they were physically stronger and they were quicker and faster to the ball and all that sort of thing, but that's a mental thing more than anything else, Mickey, isn't it?
It is. Look, they play a good grade of hurling, and that Bray club team was in the intermediate club championship final or Leinster final last year. You know, they beat the Kilkenny champions, and they're all back on board this year. So we beat the Wicklow team last year, Charlie, but we're missing a few, and yeah, they're definitely a lot stronger this year, and you know, they're in the Nicky record this year too. So if we're to get anything out of that championship, we're going to have to up it a gear when we meet Wicklow on that, you know.
Was there anything to suggest to you in the build-up to this, Mickey, that there was going to be a non-performance today?
No, look, we knew we were missing a few bodies and big players, to be fair, but just in the warm-up, Conor Gertlin and Gavin Brown were struggling, so two wing-backs were with enough injuries, but look, they only lasted maybe Gavin 5 minutes and Conor 20 minutes, which is a big blow again, so just to strengthen depth, Charlie, you found out that some of them boys come on just didn't play at that level before, and it's going to take them time, you know, get into games like that to get up to that standard, and today they just weren't, you know, and but that's not just saying the boys coming in. The boys that play every week was well below par too, so yeah, we just had to draw a line under it.
They've secured a semi-final spot with that one today. I think you can do the same now with the Tyrone game next week, Mickey, so a good week's work and a good week's talking to them, I'm sure, ahead. Yeah,
well, the questions you asked how important the semi-final is, Charlie, because if you get that, you're into your championship 2 weeks, or you've only 1 week break, and yeah, with injuries we have and stuff, we'll not be taking no risks next week. And I think Division 2B's our level, and we're happy to be in it, you know. And a semi-final will be nice, but it doesn't mean everything does. The main thing was keeping that status in Division 2B. I think we're a bit off Division 2A, Charlie, so we'll not be pushing too hard for that. But more like getting the bodies right and feeling the team as strong as possible against Tyrone, but anybody that's struggling won't be rushed next week, you know.
Bit of thinking to do then?
Definitely a bit of thinking to do.